Hi booktube, it's Gina. Happy Tuesday. Hope you are doing well. Today I wanted to talk to you about what's cheering me up. I like to do these videos every once in a while to just remind myself what things are giving me joy and pleasure. I think it's so important to remember the things that are making us happy. It's easy to focus on the stressful things or the things that we're not happy about. So every once in a while, I just like to sit down and talk to you about happy things and joyful things and some items that are just giving me a lot of joy. So let's get started. I've got some travel plans, I've got some TV, and also have books, of course, because there have to be books. The first thing is my travel plans. Let's just jump right in with probably the most fun thing. So, I like to do a yearly Las Vegas trip with my sisters, and those plans have, over the last couple of years, just been a muck. But last year we did do a trip, and we've decided to do another trip in May of this year. And so we started our ritual yearly travel planning, which just gives me so much joy. I've booked my travel, my flights. I had enough miles to get a free flight, which is wonderful. We've booked our hotels, and now we are starting to think about shows that we want to do and restaurants that we want to be sure to get to, because we've got some favorites, and I'm starting to watch, which actually I do all year long regardless, Vegas travel vlogs. One of my favorites is Team Claire Vlogs, which is a family from the UK that visits Las Vegas, and I love their vlogs. I'll link them down below. If you love Vegas travel vlogs, this is a really fun family to watch. They're so just silly together and fun, and I love their interactions. So check them out if you haven't already. So I'm very excited about my upcoming sister Las Vegas trip. Also, something else that is not related to Vegas directly, but is indirectly, is dry January. So I did dry January this year. Actually, my producer Greg and I did it together. My sisters and another friend also were participating, so we had a little support group going. I've gotten in the very bad habit over the pandemic of drinking pretty much at home every single day. And I don't ever feel like it was a problem, but it was getting to the point where it was a really bad habit and I wanted to break it. And so we did dry January. We were completely successful. I had a glass of wine a couple of days ago at a restaurant and realized that I really didn't enjoy it that much. So I'm not stopping drinking altogether, but I'm definitely out of the daily habit, which is delightful. It's expensive. It just makes you feel so crummy, and you don't really realize it until you stop for a period of time. So I was very glad to do that. And one of the things that was really, really delightful was instead of having a glass of wine at the end of the day, because one of my favorite rituals is my evening routine where I finish work, I work remotely, I like to leave my office, close my computer, and pour a drink of some kind. Normally, over the last couple of years, that has been alcohol, but for January, we were doing this rose kombucha, which was so good. I loved it. It was really nice to have a special drink. I do like to have sort of a transition and just have something that's, a little bit different. So the kombucha was really, really, really nice. So I think we'll keep that up. Some sparkling water, some kombucha, really nice way to transition into my evening routine. Related to my evening routine, I talked in my last video about getting a BritBox subscription on, it's on my Amazon Prime. And I've been loving that. My favorite shows so far that I've been watching are As Time Goes By with Judi Dench and Hetty Wainthropp Investigates with Patricia Rutledge. I've seen all of the episodes of both of those repeatedly. I own them on DVD also, but I don't have a DVD player anymore. We used to have a DVD player like built into the TV, but that TV died and we bought a new TV and it did not have a DVD player. So I've been missing watching my shows. That has become a really fun part of my evening routine, pouring myself a kombucha and popping on a British TV show. If you have any recommendations for British TV, put it in the comments below, because I've watched a lot. I love the British mysteries. I love the cozy mysteries, but I also love the more gritty mysteries. We've watched Luther and Broadchurch and River. Oh, that was a really, really good one. There's so many good ones. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. I also, related, I got some new slippers. These little cozy high top slippers that I'm wearing, been living in. I love being able to just wear my slippers all day long since I'm working remotely and have been for quite some time. Here is our bunny. He also, it makes me happy, even though he's not cuddly. We have 4 cats now in our small home. It's a bit much, but they just give me so much joy and pleasure, and I love them. Josie, we've had for 4, why do you keep saying fur? 4, many years. When we got her, she was 2, and that was back in 2010. So she's probably 14. Bunny we adopted, he was another foster fail 2 years ago, and then we have the 2 kittens that we just adopted this year. So our family is full but wonderful. This is a funny thing. I wrote this down because I hate watching YouTube ads, but I don't have premium. Greg has premium, which is kind of funny, but I don't. And one of the things that I've just been loving is the new John Hamm Apple TV. No, not Apple TV. Is it Apple? Yeah, it's Apple TV or Disney Plus. I don't remember. It's Apple TV, I think. Commercial that has been playing on YouTube. Have you guys seen it? It's so funny. It's John Hamm watching Apple TV and wondering why he's not on it. And he sees everybody else. He's like, wait, that person's on it. That person's on it. Where am I? Why am I not on it? And it just gives me such a giggle. I've loved him ever since Mad Men, and I think he's so funny, and the commercial just gives me a giggle. I watch the whole thing every time it pops up in my ads. So that has been giving me quite a chuckle. And then let's talk about the books, because this is my favorite thing of all time so far, which is you and the friends and the people that I have met on YouTube. And recently I had 2 of my YouTube friends actually reach out to me and offer to send me some books that they knew that I would enjoy. And so last week I received 2 book packages, and I have all of these wonderful books that I wanted to share with you. I'm going to start out with this one, which is Angela Thirkell's High Rising. I read this on my Kindle last year or the year before, and I loved it, but I've never had a hard copy. So a friend of mine sent me the hard copy. They had a duplicate, which is amazing. And this is the Virago Modern Classics edition, which I just think the cover of that is so pretty. So this one is getting added to my collection. And then I also got this fun edition of Betty Crocker's Kitchen Gardens with illustrations by Tasha Tudor. And they are so sweet. And you know I love my cookbooks and gardening books and home books. So this will definitely get added to my home book collection. I also love vintage cookbooks, home books, gardening books, because I love to see what people were doing in the past. So I have a lot of these old sort of vintage books on gardening, and these illustrations are just so cute. Look at that. I love them. So I was very excited to get that. And then I also got this beautiful edition, this vintage paperback. It's in delicate shape, so I'm gonna have to be very careful with it. But I love these vintage paperbacks. I have a whole shelf of them. This is The Long Love by Pearl Buck. This is one of her books that she wrote under a pseudonym. And it is not one of her books that is set in China. She was doing some other writing under a pseudonym, which I've never read any of those. So I'm very excited to actually read that one. There's another one from Pearl S. Buck in here, which is Pavilion of Women. And look at this. Isn't that a pretty cover? It's shiny. Sorry, it's a little bit glary. But that I have so many books that I want to read now. The list keeps growing and I'm so excited about them. I just hope I have a chance to get to them this year. Next, we've got The Woman in Black by Madeline St. John. And this I don't know much about, but my friend who sent this was on Anne Boggle's What Should I Read Next podcast. And this was one of the books that Anne Boggle recommended to her after their conversation. And so I'm very excited because my friend has the same reading taste the exact same reading taste as I do. I think if we looked at our bookshelves, we would probably have 90% of the exact same books. So I'm very excited about that. And the other one, I think that was another recommendation, I think this was a recommendation by Anne Boggle for her too, is Daddy Longlegs by Jean Webster. This is the Puffin Classics edition, and the description is: a trustee of the John Grier Orphanage has offered to send Judy Abbott to college. The only requirements are that she must write to him every month and that she can never know who he is. So I think this is epistolary, it's letters. So I'm gonna try to put this one on my middle grade March TBR. Also, I'm going to put this on my middle grade March TBR. Isn't that beautiful? This is Lynette's and Valerian's by Elizabeth Googe, and very excited to get to this. I had ordered this book, and for some reason, Amazon was not able to deliver it, so they sent me a notice that said we couldn't deliver it, so we're giving you a refund. And then this person sent me a copy, which just delighted me. Next, we've got Dinner with Edward. I don't think you're really going to be able to see that very well. Let's see, this is in Algonquin Books of Chapel Hill, and the author is Isabel Vincent, the story of a remarkable friendship. This was Miranda Mills' book club read, and I didn't have it, and I didn't have a chance to buy it, so I'm excited to get to that one. And then it was like the best Christmas present, but not at Christmas, that I ever got this week. 2 boxes of books. This is Provincial Daughter by R.M. Dashwood, who is the daughter of E.M. Delafield, who wrote The Diary of a Provincial Lady. So this is very exciting. I had no idea that her daughter even wrote. So this was quite a nice treat. Then I got Mary Wesley, The Chamomile Lawn. The texture and smell of real life, rich in detail, careful and subtle in observation, mature in judgment. And look at that cover. A tea set on a table set out on a garden lawn. This is going to be right up my alley. And then lastly, I got Neville Shute, A Town Like Alice. And I know you're not going to be able to see that, but this is one of those little Pan Macmillan pocket classics, hardback with it's embossed on the front. I know you're not gonna be able to really see that very well, but it's a beautiful little small edition, and I'm very excited. I'm so excited about all of my stacks of books, and more than that, I'm just so grateful and happy that I've met so many fun people. I've met people that I've talked to on Voxer. I've met people that I talked to in the comments here. And it has just been a joy, a treat, and an honor to get to know you, get to hear from people in the comments. And I'm so blessed, and I feel so grateful that you all are willing to spend this little time with me here every once in a while. So thank you so much. And I'm going to try to do a little book pile here. Let's see if I can pile these up and show them to you in a stack without dropping anything on its head. Oh, look at those beauties. All right, I will talk to you later, and I hope you have a great week. Thanks so much. Bye.